You have been lied to. You were told that the world is a mirror, that if you are kind, the world will reflect that kindness back to you. You have spent years polishing that mirror, making yourself smaller, quieter, and more useful, and yet you find yourself exhausted. You are the one everyone calls when they need a favor, but the last one they think of when they celebrate. You think you are being a saint. Niccolò Machiavelli would tell you that you are merely being a fool. He wrote in The Prince, "A man who wishes to make a profession of goodness in everything must necessarily come to grief among so many who are not good. Your problem isn't that you are too nice, it's that your niceness is a mask for your fear. You aren't choosing peace. You are incapable of war, and in the dark hierarchy of human psychology, there is no respect for the harmless. People do not use you because they are evil. They use you because you have signaled that the cost of using you is zero. You have made yourself a commodity, as common and as free as the air, and humanity never treasures what it can have for nothing. To stop being used, you must first understand the nature of the social jungle." Machiavelli observed that a leader, a sovereign of their own life, must be two things, a fox and a lion. He said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. Up until now, you have been neither. You have been the sheep, hoping the wolves will have a change of heart. Being the fox means developing the psychological eyes to see the traps before they spring. When a friend asks for a favor they could easily do themselves, that is a trap. When a boss asks for extra effort without extra pay, that is a trap. The fox does not respond with anger. The fox responds with strategic ambiguity. The lion, however, is your capacity for consequence. People must know, at a primal, subconscious level, that there is a line they cannot cross. If you have no teeth, your boundaries are merely suggestions. You must cultivate what psychologists call the shadow, that part of you capable of saying no so firmly that the room goes cold. You do not need to roar. The most terrifying lion is the one that simply watches in silence, letting the other person realize they have overstepped. Human value is not determined by utility. It is determined by scarcity. Value is created by the threat of withdrawal. Machiavelli noted that men are so simple of mind and so much dominated by their immediate needs that a deceitful man will always find plenty who are ready to be deceived. Most people are deceived by their own entitlement. They believe your time and energy belong to them because you have always given it freely. But to break this, you must become the absent God. In theology, the hidden God is the most feared and respected because his favor is not guaranteed. Start by withdrawing your presence, not out of spite, but out of strategy. When you are always available, you are a fixture. When you are rarely available, you are a privilege. Stop answering texts within seconds. Stop being the first to offer help. Let there be a vacuum where you used to be. As the vacuum grows, the people who are using you will panic. They will try to guilt you back into your role. This is the moment of truth. If you fold, you are a slave forever. If you hold the silence, you become the architect. The nice person operates on a hidden contract. I will be perfect, and you will love me. Machiavelli would find this strategy pathetic because it relies on the gratitude of others, and gratitude is the most fleeting of human emotions. He famously asked whether it is better to be loved or feared. His answer, "It is much safer to be feared than loved, if one cannot be both." In modern terms, fear does not mean physical terror. It means social consequence. People should not fear that you will hurt them. They should fear that they will lose access to you. They should fear your disapproval because your approval is so rare and valuable. You must replace your covert contract with a strategic alliance. Stop giving in hopes of being liked. Start giving only where there is reciprocity. Machiavelli warned that people should either be caressed or crushed. If you are going to help someone, do it so significantly that they are indebted to you. If they disrespect that help, withdraw so completely that they feel the loss. There is no middle ground. The middle ground is where the users live. There is a concept in dark psychology known as the villain's virtue. Often what the world calls selfishness is actually just self-preservation. Machiavelli observed that a prince never lacks legitimate reasons to break his promise. You have made a promise to the world to be the nice person. It is time to break that promise. You have a legitimate reason, your own survival. When you start setting boundaries, the people who benefited from your lack of them will call you cruel, cold, or selfish. Don't wear these titles as armor. If being respected requires you to be the villain in a parasite story, then be the best villain you can be. True cruelty is allowing yourself to be destroyed so that someone else can be comfortable. That is a sin against your own existence. To crush a manipulator, you do not need to attack them. You only need to hold up a mirror to their behavior by refusing to participate in it. When they cry, "You've changed," you reply, "I have. I've realized my value." Do not explain further. Explanation is a plea for understanding, and the sovereign does not plead. We conclude where we began, with the death of the nice person. This is not a tragedy. It is a coronation. To live a life where you are not used, you must accept that you are the only person responsible for your protection. You are the prince of your own domain. Machiavelli's final lesson is that fortune favors the bold, the audacious. Nature has created men so that they desire everything and can obtain nothing, he wrote. Everyone around you wants your time, your light, and your peace. If you do not guard them with the fox's wit and the lion's strength, they will be taken. From this moment on, you are no longer a resource to be mined. You are a fortress to be negotiated with. You do not ask for respect. You create a reality where respect is the only logical response to your presence. The world will not change for you until you become the person the world is afraid to lose. The sun is setting on the garden you once tended with such desperate, unrequited care. The fences are high now. The gates are locked. You sit within the stone walls of the fortress you have built from the wreckage of your old, nice self. There is a silence here, but it is no longer the heavy, suffocating silence of resentment. It is the quiet, cool air of the summit. You are alone, yes, but as Machiavelli understood, the prince is always alone at the top. He knew that the price of safety is the end of illusions. He left us with one final, haunting reflection. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. The times of your servitude are over. The era of the martyr is ended. You have changed your conduct, not because you have become a villain, but because you have finally decided to be the protagonist of your own life. As you look out from your battlements, you will see them, the users, the parasites, the ones who once thought they owned your time. They will linger at the gate for a while, confused by the no they cannot bypass. They will eventually drift away, searching for a softer target, a weaker fence, a more harmless soul. Let them go. They were never your friends. They were your captors. Do not feel guilty for the warmth you no longer provide to those who only sought to burn you for fuel. Your light is now directed inward, powering your own mission, your own growth, your own empire. You have learned the dark grammar of the human heart. You have integrated the fox and the lion. You have realized that respect is not a gift given by others, but a boundary enforced by yourself. The screen will soon go dark, and you will return to the world. People will test you. They will push against the new walls. When they do not argue. Do not explain. Just look them in the eye with the cold, calm stillness of someone who knows exactly what they are worth. The architect does not beg for a place at the table. The architect builds the room. Comment your thoughts below. If you belong among the architect, subscribe. The next lesson is already being prepared. Do not be left in the dark when the doors finally lock.